Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Dr. Clemens von Doderer. I'm the resident representative of the Hanns Seidel Foundation, a German political foundation active in Namibia already since 1978, and actively promoting democracy, rule of law, good governance, development, etc., etc. And we've been a long-standing partner of the Economic Association of Namibia and many other civil society organizations, including IPPR, including LSC, including the Namibian Institute for Democracy, NID, and so we've been an active partner of civil society for many, many, many years. And we see it as our mandate to support civil society and the role civil society has to play as a watchdog, like you, like the media, like a sort of engager for public discussions and to contribute to the development of a nation. And that also includes tough discussions, like also the one on oil and gas. There will be many people who will ask the question, okay, why do we need oil and gas? We want to move away from fossil fuels, but at the same time, this is a massive opportunity for Namibia, for the Namibian people, for the country to develop, and nobody has the right to actually put that in question. Namibia should and must have a right to develop, and our job, our mandate here is to do this, to support this process and to assist in providing platforms, in assisting our project partners that dialogue can happen and also difficult questions can be tackled. And one of them is to me, yes, the world wants to move away from fossil fuels, but the reality is we're not going to do this tomorrow. This will take us a long time to get there. In the meantime, we will be using fossil fuels. And here we see it as our role to support the process, to make sure that it is beneficial for all Namibians, that it is the most environmental friendly possible, that there's a conducive environment, there's a good legislative framework, etc., etc. So at the end of the day, my personal vision, or my hope would be for Namibia, that Namibia would one day become the Norway of Africa, where if you look at the Norwegian case, every Norwegian owns in the, the Sovereign Wealth Fund, has a stake of $200,000 in that fund. So it's really a wealthy nation, and every Norwegian actually participates in that wealth and has a share in it. And if we can achieve that, and if we can, our conference now can provide that platform for all Namibians to benefit one day from that, I mean, that would be the ultimate goal. And ultimately, yes, it would also mean that as an organization who is in the development space, we would make ourselves redundant, but then we did our job. And that's essentially also what this is for. And obviously, there will be people asking questions, but why is the Hanns Seidel Foundation an oil and gas conference and so on? But it's exactly for the reasons I've just mentioned. It's actually very beneficial in many ways. Because also, maybe Nangula already mentioned that it took much longer to strike the deal between Hythen and the Namibian government. And both parties actually lawyered up with international law firms specializing in the field of energy. And the learning curve for everyone was significant. And that learning curve, having learned from the green hydrogen sphere now, actually helps now also to engage in future engagements also in the oil and gas industry. I think so that's something also, where actually there is a cross-pollination, so to say, for different industries, and which ultimately will help also for the development of Namibia and for the benefit of Namibians. I think that's crucial also to mention here. And that is, I think, where we can see also then a positive trajectory. Yes, there are many risks, but that's exactly why we have this conference and provide platforms like these to engage them, to identify them, to identify people who can contribute to solutions, and then also to help developing a good, sound legislative framework to the benefit of the country, of the people, and to move forward in a positive way. The funds coming in and the money availed to the government actually also empowers the government to do things they weren't able to do before. Giving you one concrete example, Namibia has lost about a quarter of its forests cover in the northeastern part of in Namibia since 1990. And right now, the Namibian government does not have the money to start a massive reforestation, afforestation program. Now, with projects like the oil and gas coming up now, with the green hydrogen coming up, government will have funds available to actually start exactly that, to look at additional programs, additional ideas to help to mitigate the impacts of climate change, to support local biodiversity development, and therefore also to sustain the livelihoods of the people on the ground in the communities, and to assist with that as well, which right now is a difficult challenge because government doesn't always have the funds for that.